A judge. What is a judge? Marvelous question. Well, Webster's dictionary describes a judge as one who gives an authoritative opinion. Well, of course you're giving your opinion. People can see what you see and apply their thoughts to what you've observed.
But you're much more than that. You see, these students who've been working on their graduation projects are constantly thinking of you. Your opinions, what you'll do, what you'll ask. Your job is very important. However, even though it is important, it's certainly not easy. Good thing we're here to help.
We'll be able to show you how to be a great judge with just the push of a button. Literally.
Now in each room there will be a portfolio of each student that will be presenting to you. Your students will come in at 6 o'clock, so be ready and be sure that you read over their portfolios just so you have a heads up of the information they will be presenting to you in their project.
Yeah, hi.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
How are y'all this evening?
Glad you're finally here.
Be sure to be alert and polite when the student comes in. See, chances are they're already super nervous about speaking in front of you, and your body language could be misled to make them think that it's directed at them, which could make them even more nervous.
Hi.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you too. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to
Hi,
meet
nice
you.
to meet you.
Whenever you're ready.
Picture yourself living 10,000 years ago during the Neolithic Revolution. What would
Now,
you do
each
to
student
create
is
drains,
required to
water,
speak for
and
at least
swimming
6 minutes, but no more than 8 minutes. For some students, this can be the most stressful part of the presentation.
You'll be given time cards to show the student how much time they've taken and how much time they have left. Don't worry, the student usually always notices the time card, so there's no need to...
But gently hold the card up until the student notices it.
During the presentation, look for certain things that the project actually required, such as the topic of the research.
Scuba diving! The product that was completed.
And I did her hair myself.
How the product and paper connected.
These are the main grounds that I wanted to cover.
A certain learning stretch.
I never knew anything about bodybuilding, but my friend said I should give it a try. Who knew, right?
And some obstacles that were faced while the student was completing the project.
So he was in the hospital for about a month, but, you know, afterwards he said I could come back and finish my hours.
Each student that presents is required to have at least 15 hours spent with a mentor, expanding their knowledge about the topic. Speaking of which...
At the end of each presentation comes one of your most important jobs when interacting with the student, the question and answer session.
Thank you all for listening. I will now take any questions you may have at this time.
You said you studied bungee jumping, but you never said whether or not you actually did it. Did you do it? Did you? Did you ever actually go bungee jumping? Did you do it? Did you ever actually go?
You mean to tell me that you were underwater for a long time and the only way to breathe was with a snorkel? I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, that's got to be really, really dangerous. So let me tell you something. Don't be surprised, sweetheart, when you get your grade.
You mean a professional let you go into her studio? A teenager? Yeah, I don't think any adult would actually let you do something like that. Come on,
All right, answer the question.
We
Hurry
can-
up.
we
Did the
can
project,
study
you
this,
know
and
that-
you should know
What
the
is your
answer.
problem?
Come on.
Answer the
Go ahead and
question.
answer the
Just
question. We have
answer
asked
us.
you, and you need to answer this question.
It's best if each judge in the room comes up with at least one question. But remember, the student isn't expected to be an expert, and they're certainly not prepared for any debate or any questions that might be a little personal. General, appropriate questions are always the best way to go. Try something like,
And why did you choose tap dancing for your topic?
What did you learn about bird watching that you didn't already know?
Are you planning on making fashion design a career choice?
Bravo. Those are great questions. Those are questions that the student should be able to answer and elaborate on, giving good, in-depth detail. Remember, the question and answer period shouldn't last any longer than 5 minutes, so always feel free to come to a stopping point in order to wrap things up.
Did you see what that girl was wearing?
What?
Seriously,
It's crazy.
Oh my god. And
Believe
well, that
it.
part to the point. I had to keep
It
my
was
eyes open.
stupid.
I was about to fall asleep.
She did not know the answer to
Wait until all the presentations have been complete before discussing any of the presentations that you saw. Now here's something that you've heard of or seen before, even if you haven't done this. The evaluation sheet. Each judge will fill out one of these evaluation sheets to give to the student a day or two after their presentation.
Now the time that the student's presentation was will need to be written here at the top. The head judge in the room will be responsible for giving you that time. Now as for the comments, be sure you praise as well as criticize. The comments you write will be read over and over and over by the students, so you might want to save your Simon Cowell for another day.
That was pathetic. Bad enunciation. Could not understand you. And where have you learned grammar?
No! No!
Welcome to another episode of
Be That Judge.
Joining us today are 3 judges that will give our last few tips before we wrap up here today.
This paper is very important, so wait until they're done before you begin to fill it out. The evaluation sheet has numbers 6 through 10 where you can evaluate the student presenter in each category.
Even though you may have some itching questions that are really great and you really want to hurry up and ask them, please wait and save all your questions until the end.
These students aren't professionals, and we don't expect them to be.
And finally,
Be conscious of your body language.
And your facial expressions.
Oh, and your level of engagement, because it can send different messages to the presenter.
So follow these 2 tips and a great, successful night will be headed your way.
That's all, folks. Have a great night and happy judging.